Live show. Hey everyone, welcome to the live show. Near Mint Nerd here, looking extra nerdy with my glasses. Just realized they were on. We don't even need them. Gonna get rid of them. Yep, that's me, Clark Kent with the glasses. They're actually just readers, and I don't have to read for a few minutes. So I do need to close the door though. So hang on, be right back. Oh my God, it's a live show. The weird stuff that goes on. Weird, but no one's watching, so it's all good. Maybe I'll just edit the first part of this video out. Oh yeah, I don't edit anymore. It's all live. It's all live, guys. I'm the Near Mint Nerd. Well, there's nobody here. Let me just see if I can't figure out this live button here and get... I'm trying out this new thing, guys, where... I kind of click into the live video on my computer. That way, live now, here we go. I can see comments, because I can never see the comments. They're only on the bottom, and they go by so fast, and I miss them. And I read them after, and I go, no, I would have liked to respond to that. But now, oh, look at me. Oh, I'm such a loser. And I'm on a bit of a delay, so that's perfect, actually. Oh, sorry, gotta turn the volume down. Growing pains. All right, who's in the room? Somebody's in the room. Guys, we got a new haul. Oh, they're gone. I got a new haul for you. Okay, I'm going to proceed anyways, as I always do, because as I say, I don't care if anyone's here. I'm really just, this is the new system for me to show off my books. Hopefully you guys can find this. You know, I think when people see live on your video, but they didn't see it live, they don't think, you know, oh, I can go back and watch it later because the spontaneity is gone. That's the weird thing about this show. It's not really meant to be live. It's not meant to be seen on the day or, you know, yes, on the day, not on the hour, on the minute. The truth is, I just don't want to edit anymore. So going live is just easier for me because as soon as I'm done this, I rush off to work. Hey, who's in the room? I know you're there. I know you're... All right, guys, I got a wicked haul today. We got lots of stuff to talk about today. DC, Marvel, I just got back from the comic store. If you keep seeing me looking over this way, it's because I'm checking the live chat over on this machine here to see if any of you guys are chatting it up. You guys, there's one person. It's mono a mono at this moment. Okay, guys, so I think the thing to do, you know, I know you don't want to stare at this ugly face for long. You want to see the books. I'm going to spin you around here. Oh, we got a couple of guys now. I'm going to spin you around here, and we're going to see what we got at the comic store today, all right? Today was a pretty big day, pretty good day. A pretty big day because it cost me a lot of money. Before I spin you around, if you'll indulge me, I'm going to tell you the little story of how I probably made a bit of a mistake. So I love my comic guys. They're awesome. I love my local comic shop. Great shop. But I let my comic guy talk me into buying all the lenticular covers, the Marvel lenticular covers, all of them, with the caveat that he's marking them up to $8 Canadian. The cover price is $4 Canadian. The deal for me is if I pay cover plus $1, that's $5 Canadian, which is basically the cost of the comic in Canadian funds. You know, with the exchange rate, $4 US is 5 Canadian dollars. That I can have, but I have to buy them all. That's the agreement. I have to buy every single one. And today already I was like, oh, I gotta buy like Champions? Oh, really? That's the deal. I agreed to it. I won't go back on it. So I've got, I think 8 lenticular covers came out today. Oh my God, already. I thought, where's there going to be like 15 of these things? There's like 40 of them, 40 or more, 50. I don't even know. I can't afford it, but I got them. I got them to show you today. Okay, so I'm going to spin you around and we're going to talk about some comics. See you at Cover Control Central. I'm going to work on the title. Here we go. And, oh, it looks like I actually have it lined up. Not too shabby today. I'm starting to get the hang of it. I am just going to slide gently a little bit here and set that up just a little nicer. I'm on a little bit of a lag on my helper computer here. There we go. Okay, close enough. So first of all, I'm just going to show you the borders here. I just somehow missed this last week. I don't know how. I knew I missed it, but I decided just to wait the week to get it. Now here it is. So, glad to have it. Just missed it. No reason not to have it. I'm way behind on Hal Jordan, but I love Green Lantern. I love the characters. I'm still kind of, I was not a huge fan before the Jeff Johns era, so I'm still kind of clinging to that era, but I do enjoy it quite a bit. The other one I showed on my previous haul because I did Star Comics. Be sure to check that out. I did a live show for that as well, a Star Comics haul. And I showed this one because Star also did a title called Bullwinkle and Rocky. And I realized I had this, so I also showed this one. I already showed that. That's why it's my border today instead of being part of the show. You don't get to be part of the show on 2 shows. Ridiculous. Oh my gosh, look at me. I have such OCD that I have to make sure this is somewhat centered. Okay, guys, let's show off the new books. That's why you're here. Holy cow, 4 people. I think this is a record. 4 people are actually in the room. Okay, guys, happy to have you with me. Nobody run away. Don't run away. It's going to be a good time. Okay, I'm going to start, though, with some older books. I belong to a comic book service. Let me put this up while I'm chatting. I belong to a comic book service, and that comic book service, my friends, is called allnewcomics.com. And what I get there is for about American cover, which is kind of how the discount works out for me as a Canadian. For American cover, I tend to get a lot of the independent stuff that, I know my comic shop, even if I ask for it, they're going to forget to get. They're good guys, but, sometimes they get a little, I always have to ask them 6 times to get stuff. So this way, I just get it. It comes, no muss, no fuss. The only trouble is that I get my September books sent to me because I'm on a monthly schedule. They don't send my books until the first week of October. So I'm always just I've got like a month lag on some titles. So I'm going to breeze through the rest of my September books here with you that I got. This whole shipment came from All New Comics. Highly recommend their service. They don't do, the one thing they won't do is they won't get you, any variant covers. They basically just stick to the A cover. It's much simpler for them, and that's just how they like to do business. Which is fine. Now, what's going on here? Okay, so here we go. Spy Seal #2 by Rich Tommaso. This is great. What an underrated title. You guys, if you're not reading this title, you got to read this. It's like a cross between Tintin and, I don't know, Usagi Yojimbo or whatever, like a funny animal book. But it's basically, James Bond in a world of anthropomorphic animals. And he's a seal, but he's got hands. And I don't know, it's just really great. This is, I hope this continues. I know this is only, I think, a 4-issue run. I really hope he keeps doing this because it's so much fun. Also got Poe Dameron. I get anniversary covers from my comic shop because I have a deal with them to pick them all up. But I only get the regular covers from All New Comics. I've got Star Wars Annual #3. I did pick up a variant cover version of this from my comic shop because I really liked it. It had some of the bounty hunter characters on it. And I wanted to read it faster. I couldn't wait to read it to wait for All New Comics. That is the, that's my obsession. So I ended up buying 2 of that one just for that reason alone. Also picked up Star Wars #36. Love this droid cover. Boy, that makes R2 look like a badass, doesn't it? R.I.P. Kenny Baker, right? How come that guy, Kenny Baker passed, like nobody really cared. Like, a major Star Wars character passed away and 0 stinks were given. Like, just no one really kind of made a deal out of it. Can you imagine if, well, you don't have to imagine. You saw what happened when, yes, obviously Princess Leia, is a major character, and she's, we've seen her face and we know what she looks like, and she was a part of our lives, of course. Kenny Baker was a part of the series, and he didn't get a lot of love when he passed away. So I'm giving him a shout out right now. you know, this cover showing here on my live show dedicated to Kenny Baker. Why not? All right. What else we got here? Star Wars, Darth Vader, number 5. That's a pretty badass cover. Look at that eyeball peeking out at you. I'm going to pull this in a little closer. It's funny, I got my computer running next to me here so I can see comments. No comments so far, but I'm glad the 4 of you are sticking around. That's pretty sweet. It's running at such a low threshold that, you know, I'm not even, the covers are all blurry, so I can't even tell if my feed is blurry or what. So listen, if my feed's ever blurry, guys, just a live chat note, okay? What else? I got DuckTales number 1. I think I asked for DuckTales number 0, and then because it was a separate listing, and it just continues, I guess, to come, which is fine. I'm actually happy to have the DuckTales title. I'm a huge Huey, Dewey, and Louie fan, Junior Woodchucks fan from back in the day when I was a kid. So I kind of get a kick out of this title. Betty Page, number 3. Gotta love these Lisner covers. Wow, look at that. Unbelievably gorgeous. Man alive. Look at that. Isn't that wonderful? Wow. Dig that cover art. This is actually a fun title. It's almost like, what if Betty Page was, you know, the James Bond or the Tomb Raider of her day, back when, you know, people saw her as a cover model, but really she led this fantastic other life. It's actually a really fun idea. Redneck, number 6. You guys enjoying this title? I haven't started reading it yet. It's up to number 6, and I still haven't started reading. I've been just so busy. You wouldn't even believe how busy I am. But a lot of buzz around this title. People seem to like it a lot. Oh, what else we got here? Okay, so I guess I get all the Doctor Who titles. That's my one kind of vice from All New Comics is I just get everything Doctor Who. And I guess there's a special storyline running now. And I got a bunch of titles. I got part 1 in the previous month, and now part 2 is the 9th Doctor special. Part 3 is the 10th Doctor special. Part 4 is the 11th Doctor special. I'm assuming part 5 is the 12th Doctor special. Not sure what part 6 and 7 will be. 8th is going to be part 2 of, you know, the overall, it's called, I think there's like an alpha and a beta, you know, to bookend the series like they used to do with some of the Marvel annual specials. Or not Marvel, sorry, DC. They would have like the Eclipso annual year. They had an alpha and beta that kind of was a wraparound for the story that ran through all the annuals. That's actually a quick digression. I really like that. I love that Eclipso year. I think it was like, I'm gonna guess that was around maybe 91, maybe 92. I don't know, but it was a lot of fun. Keep it on. Oh, and guys, thanks for sticking around with me. This is great. I don't think I've ever had 5 people before. How exciting! All right, so we got James Bond 007 Kill Chain number 3. For those of you just joining us, just kind of going through some holdovers from September before I get to the first week of October books. So hang on, be patient. We're going to get you there, I promise. I picked up Dark Arc number 1. Cullen Bunn. Aftershock Comics is really being aggressive with new titles. This one, I don't know how long I'm going to go on with this. It's kind of like, it feels like a gimmicky concept. You know, what happens if all the kind of evil creatures and dark creatures had their own arc, you know, during Noah's Ark times. It's a little bit gimmicky, but I'm willing to give it a couple issues. You know, maybe it'll surprise me. Do love that cover, though. It's a really cool cover. What else we got here? Oh, I'm really enjoying this one. I've read the first couple of issues. Clue from IDW. Issue number 4. This is cover A because all covers from All New Comics are A covers. They don't do variants. They don't send you the variants. I love Clue. I love Clue the board game. I absolutely adore Clue the movie. If you guys haven't seen Clue, maybe the only board game movie that actually worked. Sorry, Battleship. Man, that's a great movie. Holy cow. It's so funny. I love it. Okay, so that's number 4. I believe it's a 6-parter. So I think there's 2 more parts. I don't know how it's selling. I can't imagine that it's you know, a huge seller. But you know, what do I know? Might be selling 4 million copies a month. I've if there's anything I've learned, it's that I don't know anything. As my vigilant viewers like to point out, I have fake news much of the time. But you know, I do what I can. I don't set out to lie to you, good folks. I just don't know my facts. Okay, I know a lot though. I just get them a little mixed up. They also from Aftershock, Baby Teeth #4. So this is a horror title. I haven't really kind of dug into this, but I'm really looking forward to it. It looks fantastic. Are you guys reading it? I'd love to know how it is. I keep on getting it. Okay, I also signed up for Bill and Ted Save the Universe. I'm a huge Bill and Ted fan. Love the movies, love the original comic series from the 90s, or was it 80s? I'm not sure. Late 80s, early 90s. Absolutely funny, fun stuff. And now Boom has the license. They put out a couple of short runs before this, which I just missed. I've seen them in the back issue bins and picked them up since. But now they've got this new one. It's 5 parts. This is part 4, so it's almost over. I'm waiting till it's over. I'm going to sit down and read the whole thing in one sitting. Really looking forward to it. Love a little bit of Bill and Ted, Theodore Esquire, or is it Bill Esquire? Bill Esquire. I love these guys. A lot of fun. Really wish they'd make another movie. They keep saying they're going to. They never do. C'est la vie. Also picked up. I didn't really know what this was when I was getting it. I thought it was a comic, but it's almost like it's more trade-like. I mean, this is fatter than some of the new trades coming out. Look at that. The equivalent of about 5 or 6 issues in there, easy. This is Images Annual. It's just called Annual 2017. There's a whole list of creators, tons of short stories. Wicked anthology book. Can't wait to read it. I don't know if it's all new properties or if it's anthology of properties that have been around for a while. Not sure. I'll dig into it. I'll report back to you, and we'll see where we go from there. Now, finally, no, you know what? I'm going to get right into it. You've waited long enough. Time to see the books from this week, October 4th. Here we go. Thanks for sticking around, guys. There's only a few of you watching, but hopefully some more people will give it a look later. First up, we got Harley Quinn, #29. I always pick up the Frank Cho cover. Big fan of Frank Cho. Every now and then, that's not true. Every now and then I'll get the Amanda Conner cover because sometimes, every now and then, relax, it's not often. Every now and then, Cho has a less than stellar cover, and I'll pick up the Conner cover. Because it's like, the difference between the Cho and the Conner cover is, it's a pretty thin line, as far as which cover's, more appealing to me. This go around, I went for the Cho cover, and usually I go for the Cho cover, but those Amanda Conner covers are beautiful too. This one I didn't have a choice, actually. I got to my shop half an hour before it, just half an hour after it opened, and the Amanda Conner covers were gone because my shop orders very heavily the Cho covers and very Amanda Conner covers, which is crazy because the Cho cover is the B cover, and my shop gets very few B covers. Oh, what do we got here? What's next? Okay, we picked up Guardians of the Galaxy, all new Guardians of the Galaxy. We got some Nova goodness on the cover there. Nova's got a long-standing tradition of working with the Guardians of the Galaxy. I'm surprised Nova hasn't been in the Guardians of the Galaxy movie yet, considering they did the Nova Corps. But we haven't met Richard Rider yet. But I guess he's going to be either joining the team or he's going to be, this storyline is going to involve him somehow. Either way, awesome cover. Love me some Nova. I picked up the A cover for Jessica Jones. This is the start of Marvel Legacy, which honestly, I have no idea which way this is going to go. Whether it's going to be good or a total train wreck, I am not sure. But this is a title I basically read anyways. So, and it's the return of the Purple Man. And as you know, the Purple Man is tied in the Purple Man before when he controlled her for quite a while. It was a powerful story, a really good story by Brian Michael Bendis. He's back again doing, I guess, sort of a sequel. They're saying that all these legacy titles are going to be like, event level storylines. I don't buy it. There's no way they can do that. But this one does sound interesting. I'm kind of bouncing back and forth between Marvel and DC. I didn't put these in any order, guys. Also picked up Dark Knight's Batman the Dawnbreaker. This is a metal tie-in. It appears to be the Green Lantern Batman. I like this story arc. I do think it's silly that the multiverse is full of these evil Batman characters that all happen to be, taking on the powers and costumes of the Justice League of America. It's a bit of a stretch. Come on, guys. You know it is. But I'm in. I'm all in. Why not? I love Van Sciver. Great artist. This should be a good one. Sam Humphries writing. I don't mind Sam Humphries. Sometimes, I've read a couple of things that I don't love, but for the most part, I'm looking forward to this metal tie-in. It's Batman the Dawnbreaker #1, and it's a fancy metallic cover, of course. Storyline's called Metal. Why wouldn't it be metallic? Keep up, guys. All right, what do we got here? That's that. Okay, next up. There he is. Superman. I picked up the B cover on this. I don't know why. I just grabbed it, and that's what I stuck with. Even though the A cover was pretty sweet, too. Superman fighting Deathstroke. Again, I talk about this all the time. That battle would last exactly 3 seconds. With Superman on the winning end, of course, he just throw him into space. Alex just chimed in that he's not reading. This is Alex the Comic Horse. You all know him. He's not reading Metal at all. It seems goofy to him. You know what, Alex? I don't disagree. It does seem it's a little goofy. But you know what? DC Comics, it kind of is a little goofy in its very roots. If you go back to like Earth 1 and Earth 2, yeah, I thought goofy in a nostalgic, charming way. This feels a little heavy-handed, like almost like it's a book plucked out of the 90s. I'm not sure it's a good fit. I mean, it kind of feels like Superman v Batman, Dawn of Justice or whatever. It's through that filter. It's grimy and I don't know, a little gross. Like I want to see put out the sun. I want a blue sky book. It can be silly. I have no problem with that. But lighten it up, DC. That's what you used to do. That's what I'd like to see again. Having said that, with all those caveats, I'm actually still kind of enjoying it. I've only read the first 2 issues, so the jury's still out. Also picked up Batman, The War of Jokes and Riddles. I believe this is the final chapter of this particular storyline. This is number 32 of Batman. Love this cover. This is the A cover. Man, that's a beautiful Joker. I'm not sure who did this cover. Let's see if I can see. Look at that faint signature. I'm going to pull it away, and I'm going to put my glasses on, guys, to see if I can, puzzle this out. Here, why don't we put me back on here while I... Nope, can't read it. The writing's too small. Can you guys read it? Where is it? It's in like white. Oh, sorry, right over there. I can't read that. Come on. You guys will know. Is that yeah. Anyways, that's an awesome cover. It's pretty sweet. Alex says that's the cover he chose too. I imagine that's the cover everyone would choose because let's go back to the books. I imagine that's the cover everyone would choose because it's a way better cover. The B cover was just like Batman. Really nothing special. Just kind of Batman hanging around. Wasn't exciting. Jonin, is that am I saying that right? Jonin, Alex? Could be. It looks like a J there. Yeah, you're absolutely right. Jonin 2017. Once I have an idea, I can actually read it. I just couldn't quite make it out when I didn't know. So thanks for that, Alex. Wow, it's a beautiful cover, no matter how you slice it. I picked up a couple more. We're going to get to the lenticulars in a minute, but I picked up a couple of other variants that I thought were really cool. I picked up Venom 155 variant. This is the Chip Zdarsky How to Draw Venom in 6 Easy Steps. And the best part of this is if you read, like, you got to take a minute, guys, and you got to read this because Mikael Janin, thanks, Alex. You got to read this because it's super funny. I don't know if you can get your hands on one of these. It's enough reading that's like, it takes longer to read than some issues I've gotten. But it's super funny. I also picked up the one for Ghost Rider. It's a little shorter, not much reading to do there, but it's just as funny. Ooh, I got a little smudge on the bag. I thought the book was damaged. Really funny. So, if you can pick these up, or even if you can just like look them up online, or even like read them right here. I don't care. Here, like, put it on pause. Pause it again. Pause it again. Really funny stuff. I don't know how many of these he's doing. Here's a funny thing about Chip Zdarsky. It turns out he comes to my comic shop. I had no idea. Apparently, he lives in my neighborhood. I was talking to my comic guy. He goes, yeah, Chip comes in here. He picks up comics off the shelf and he signs them and puts them back on the shelf for sale. And he doesn't, and doesn't tell anybody. I was shocked. I was like, that's great. Because I go to a small shop. I'm in a area of Toronto where there's not a lot of comic shops. In fact, just this one, really. And it's in this little basement. It's a tiny shop. And so to hear that Chip Zdarsky, that's his local comic shop, I find that hilarious. Anyways, also picked up a couple of Star Wars variants. Oh, this is a good one, man. I like this one. I think this is from last week. Adi Granov's Mace Windu #2 cover. Absolutely gorgeous. A beautiful painted battle between Darth Vader and Obi-Wan Kenobi. Oh, look at that shiny bag. There we go. Wow, isn't that gorgeous? These covers have been hit and miss for me. Some of them are great, some of them not so great. This one, absolutely great. I love it. I dig it. Also picked up, this one's from this week, I think. Yeah, I'm going to say it is. Greg Smallwood, variant number 37. See, this is one that's just okay. This is the after the battle's over. And it's, it's fine, but it's not exciting. It's not as dynamic as that one, I don't know. So this is number 37 of 48. There's still 11 more of these covers to go. I've made an agreement to buy them all. To be honest, I'm getting a little, it's funny because you can follow the movie along with these covers. We're getting to the end, but there's some covers that I still hope we get that we haven't gotten yet. As far as, the characters that appear on them. So we'll see what happens. Okay, so that's everything except the Marvel lenticulars. Are you guys ready? Do you want to see some lenticulars? Do you want to see if they work or not? Because quite frankly, I'm not sure if some of them do or not. So as I was saying, here, I'll put the first one up. My deal with my comic shop is I have to buy all of these. Once you get them all, it will be awesome. Yeah, you're talking about the Star Wars covers, Alex? I agree. In fact, you can, with 48 covers, you can practically watch the whole movie just by flipping through the covers quickly. I think that's really cool. You're not wrong. I'll probably be pleased when that's over. But right now, like just, getting 1 or 2 a week is, I'm getting a little burned out on it. Speaking of burned out, this is week 1, and I am already burned out on these lenticulars. So my deal is, if I buy all the lenticulars, that's every single Marvel lenticular that comes out in this what is it called, Legends or Legacy or something, Legacy. I have to buy them all, and I can get them for cover price plus $1, so $4 Canadian. Which is actually, with the exchange rate, $4 Canadian is what they cost on the shelf anyways. But the caveat is I have to buy all of them, and I don't want all of them. I certainly don't want Royals, but I got it. So let's see, let's judge a book by its cover and see how that moves. So we got, of course, Sentinel Wolverine, and that switches to Sentinel Black Bolt. So, oh, it's not Sentinel. Wait a minute. It's this guy. It looks like Big Hero 6. Is that who it is? Is this a crossover with Big Hero 6? Anyways, there's that one actually works pretty well. Oh, yeah, you know what? That's actually pretty good. That's not bad at all. So this is Royals. This is Royals number 9, and it is a legacy cover for. It is an homage of the Uncanny X-Men number 142. Guys, there's like 7 more of these, so I hope you're, I hope you brought a Coke and a smile. Okay, what do we got here? So this one is another book that I wouldn't normally get. XMen Gold. I got the first couple of issues. You know what? I don't know what it is about the X-Men as characters. They just, maybe there's too many of them. They just bore me. Too many characters. I like team books, but I like that even Justice League is kind of capped at 7 or 8 characters, X-Men, it just feels like there's always a billion characters, and none of them really get the focus that I would like them to get. Okay, so here we go. X-Men Gold. Let's see if I can lentilate this one. So there is the original cover. That's X-Men 100. Betrayed by Professor X. And let's give that a little movement. And we see that this is a Mojo storyline. Maybe Longshot's involved. Is Longshot in this picture? Man, I used to love Longshot. X-Men Gold number something or other. 13, I guess. And there's Mojo. Yeah, so I don't know. You guys like that one? I don't know. I don't know about any of these, to be honest. I don't even read any of these titles. Avengers, man. Avengers makes me sad because it was, basically my favorite title, and I haven't read it in like 3 years. Ever since I didn't love Jonathan Hickman's, but at least it felt like an Avengers book. Now I don't even know who any of these characters are. They're all like sort of, legacy characters, I guess. And weirdly, there's no backgrounds in the art. Do you guys like that? Do you like looking at that painted art and it's just the characters and no backgrounds? Ugh, I don't know. I'm not a fan of that. I'm full of complaints today. I apologize. I'm usually pretty positive, but when I start talking about Marvel these days. Okay, so Avengers. So let's start with, where's the original? Where's the original? Is this the original? Oh, that's the original. That's got to be the original, right? This one's a little trickier. I think that's the original. So this is Avengers 672, but it's a homage of Avengers 53. And then, is this the new one or is this the new one? I don't even know. Hercules. Oh, this looks like the original. So it's a High Evolutionary. Is that the High Evolutionary? And then you got to give it a flip here. Oh, yeah. And then you got all the newbies. Who knows who they are? And I don't know who that is coming out of that thing. It's like the Golden Age Angel or something. I don't know. I give up. I give up on that one, guys. This one I found frustrating too. I'm trying to play with this one and get it lenticulating, but I was having a big problem with it. There you can see landed is the original cover. Iron Fist. What was the issue number? 15 or something for the original? 14. Geez. This one, because it's kind of the same thing. So that's a nice image of the original. And then this is the new one. Oh, it's the exact same thing, basically. So it's that, and it lenticulates into that. Kind of unexciting. Can you even see that? I can't tell. Hopefully, because on my computer, it's rendering here in kind of very soft focus. So hopefully you're seeing it in HD, unlike the way I'm seeing it here. But at any rate, weak lenticulation. That is not a word, lenticulation. It's lenticulation. All right. That's a tough one, eh, guys? I'm actually looking forward to reading this one. I'm an apologist for the old Spirits of Vengeance book. I actually really liked it. I don't know why, but I did. So there's the original, of course, giant size X-Men. And what we're getting in its place is, let's see if I can get it there. Some of these just don't want to lenticulate. I guess that's it there. Can't get it much more than that. Right there. So we got Blade, Ghost Rider, who else? Probably Son of Satan, maybe. Damien Hellstorm. Is that him in the back there? Anyways, that could be a fun book. Satana, is that Satana there? I'm looking forward to that one. All right. I think that's going to be a lot of fun. What else? Oh my God. And the hits keep coming, guys. The hits keep coming. There's a ton of these things. Okay, we got Champions next. Oh, actually, it landed on its lenticular form. The Iceman, number 6. But it is an homage, of course, of the Champions. That one's actually pretty good. That one lenticulates nicely. Look at that. Champions to Iceman. That might be the best actual lenticulation so far. I don't really read Iceman. I only got that issue because I have to satisfy the deal I made. But, you know, I also got Iceman number 1 because it had a Scotty Young cover. So, you know, who am I to say? I don't even read the book, but I've got 2 issues of it for some reason. That breaks every rule I ever had about comics. You know, like, I'm trying desperately not to become one of those speculators again. I was bad enough the first time. But, you know, I'm a sucker for a nice cover. So this one is, as you can see, the original was Marvel Team Up Annual, SpiderMan, Pawns of Purple Man. Now it's Jessica Jones. Now it's Jessica Jones, also a pawn of the Purple Man. And you can see they've smartly included all the defenders of the TV show on the cover. You see, it's Luke Cage. In the original, it's Luke Cage, Spider-Man, Iron Fist, Daredevil. And then we switch it around. Yeah, Jessica Jones, and you've got the defenders. So we know why they chose this cover, right? And the Purple Man is also like the main villain of that too. So very smart marketing there. You know, marketing has never been Marvel's problem, right? Marketing they do very well. It's making the actual books good that has been problematic lately. Here we have, let's see, the original is The Amazing Spider-Man. This is from Brand New Day era when Bob Gale and Dan Slott. Was Dan Slott there at the time? And one other writer, I can't remember who it was. May have been Jenkins. I don't know. But they were doing 3 monthly titles. Oh, no, they were doing Amazing Spider-Man 3 times a month. It says right there, now on sale 3 times a month. They had canceled Spectacular. They had canceled Peter Parker. They had canceled Web. And they were just doing Amazing 3 times a month because they felt that they would sell the same title more 3 times a month than they would selling 3 separately titled titles. Was the secondary seller in one. So they decided to bundle them all up into one. Anyways, that's all moot because this is actually Venom. You know, doing an homage cover. And it's not bad. Blood in the water. I believe that Craven is going to be the villain of this story. I think I heard that somewhere. Again, I'm probably wrong. I never am right. But something tells me Craven is involved. I don't know why. I think I read that somewhere. Okay, guys. Well, that's basically all the comics I have. So that's switching back around here. So, October 4th. Is that today or is it the 5th today? Yeah, October 4th. Good week. A lot of Marvel stuff. I'm definitely going to read all these titles, see what Legacy has to offer. I don't have high hopes because it feels like they put all their marketing and all their money and all their advertising and everything else into the covers. And when a comic company says, check out these covers, rather than check out what's between the covers, it makes me a little nervous. You know what I'm saying? So we'll see. But I got a lot of great DC books too. I got that whole September month worth of independent comics to get through, Star Wars comics. I've got some reading to do. I'm kind of silently rooting for Marvel because, I do want everyone to succeed. I want great stories. I want great art. I want a thriving comic industry and community. So I hope they get their act together. I really do. I guess that's it for today, guys. Really appreciate you checking in. Please make sure you, hit like and send me a comment love talking to you guys. Also, don't forget to, hit the little bell so that you'll know when these videos come up, because I don't advertise. I never know when I'm going to do it. They just kind of pop up. So if you have it set up on your computer and you do want to see when I do go live, that's the best way to do it. Hit the little bell and make sure you're plugged into the matrix, so to speak. Thanks so much, guys. Had a great time today. Take care, and I'm going to see you next time. Bye now. I'll see you.